Well, good morning. It is 19th of May 2021, and welcome to another daily devotional. This morning, as I was spending time with the Lord, I was in 1 John chapter 3. This is what it says in verse 23. And this is his commandment, that we believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another, just as he has commanded us. Whoever keeps his commandment abides in God, and God in him. And by this we know that he abides in us, by the Spirit whom he has given us. There is so much in this, just these two sentences, these two verses, that just guides how we live our Christian life. What's God's commandment for us? Well, the two great commandments of the Bible are love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And John takes that and he says, well, this is the command that we have, to believe in Jesus, to believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and to love one another. In John's Gospel, Jesus says this: the work of the Father is this, to believe in the one whom he sent. And for us as Christians, we need to believe in Jesus. Now, believing, I mean, it's faith, right? It's having faith in God. Believing in Jesus is not just believing that he exists, but or existed or lived or died or even rose again. It's more than that. It's believing that he is living and active and at work within us. And because of that, we keep his commands. We live in a whole different way from the world. And so we love one another. Jesus says again in John's Gospel, by this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. You see, the test for us is not our good works. It's not how religious we are. It's not how much of the Bible we read. It's not, how spiritual we appear. It's if we love one another. And in the context of the church, where people from all different walks of life, all different spaces and places, and we come together. And we come together under Christ. And the command is love one another. That in the midst of the friction, in the midst of the family tensions that so often go on, that we love one another. And if we love one another, then the rest of the world will know those guys must be following Jesus. Just look at their love for one another. And if we do this, if we believe in Jesus, if we have faith in him for today, and if we're loving one another today, then the promise is that that's how we abide in God, and how God abides in us. And that's where we see the manifestation of the Spirit of God at work within our lives. We've got to have fruit in keeping with our faith. Folks, I pray that your tree is laden with fruit today. Love God, love one another, and so doing, we change the world. Have a great day.